All right, we'll be talking about the extreme cold that's on its way this weekend, and for much of Maine, this could bring the coldest high temperature seen in years.
That's right, and our meteorologist Christian Bridges still outside live in Portland in the cold this morning to break down the last time that we saw temps this cold and if we'll be breaking any records. Hey, Christian.
Hey, good morning, ladies. Yeah, it is, of course, very cold out here this morning. It's honestly a little bit hard to imagine that it's going to be much colder as we head towards this weekend on Saturday and on Sunday. Of course, we're live here on the waterfront in Portland, right off of Commercial Street. DeMillo's right over there. We're right next to their parking lot. You can see the wharf here. Plenty of sea ice has already developed here from the consistent cold we've seen December into January. And we were just talking, I bet there will be a big expansion of this as we head into this weekend. And yeah, the last time we saw cold of this magnitude, January 2018, we saw everything freezing up basically. Tons of sea smoke, just big impacts across the state. And we, of course, are expecting very similar impacts to that this weekend. So yeah, 8 years in some spots since we've seen cold of this magnitude. Now let's pull up our graphic here. I've got the records that we could potentially approach this weekend in Portland and in Bangor. For the Portland area, again, as I mentioned, 2018, that was the last time we saw a true day where we did not get out of the single digits. If you remember back in February 2023, we had a similar day, but we actually hit 10 degrees that day. We didn't stay in the single digits. We'll see if we can do it this weekend. The record highs, record cold high temperatures are 8 degrees and 10 degrees for Portland Saturday and Sunday. We will be very close to those levels both Saturday and Sunday during the day. Same story in Bangor. I think the Sunday record low high temperature of -1 is a bit out of reach, but Saturday definitely in play for setting a record cold high temperature. Although for Bangor, as I mentioned, February 2023, that cold blast, we did actually have a single-digit high temperature there in Bangor. So we'll see if we can do it, if we can break some cold high temperature records. Of course, record cold has become harder and harder to achieve with our warming climate. So we'll see if we'll be able to do it this weekend. Either way, it's just going to be brutal out there all weekend long. So make sure you are prepared to be bundled up. Live this morning on the Portland waterfront for News Center Maine, I'm meteorologist Christian Bridges.